What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? What's good? What's good? What up? Little short Saturday stream, y'all. What's good? What's good, everybody? All right, hold on one second. Let me make sure I got everything going here. That's the only thing bad about multi-streaming. You got so many different crap going on. All right, we're good on that one. We're good on that one. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. What up, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good afternoon, good evening, whatever you all are at. What's up, Alana?
Give me a hell yeah. What?
Let's welcome in Alana. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yo, all right. So here's what we're going to wind up doing. We're finally able to join. Hey, life is crazy. Trust me. Life is crazy. So I told you, shit. Plus you're planning a wedding. Planning a wedding. Oh shit, where's my, hold up. You're planning a wedding. That's wild. Oh, how was that? How was dress shopping? Like how was that? Was it the feeling like yeah, I'm getting married? I guess like when you're getting married, the feeling is there, but I don't know. How was it like actually going to go? JB, how you doing? How's your day? Green, how you doing? How's your day? What's up, Aaron? So what was like how was it? Did you get emotional? I finally felt real like I was getting married. Damn. What about like the venue? Like when you go to see the venue, like does it kind of hit like damn, I'm about to get married? Like I guess it's like levels to be like to say that you're getting married per se. JB, I am doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. Happy it's the weekend. Got me some coffee. Pretty much just woke up, but we won't talk about that. Right or green? What's a message to the people? Message to the world? I guess my message to the world would be kind to each other. Be kind to each other, man. You only got one life, man. Be kind. What time is it? It is 6:32. Now, the reason I just woke up, I work third shift, okay? So I'm not in here just sleeping like for fun. I work third shift. Holy East, yeah. I work third shift, so like it'd be different if I was like just sleeping all day and not doing shit. I work third shift. I go in at like 11, get off at 7:30 a.m. Mostly stream during the morning, but I did a bunch of content this morning and I didn't go to bed till like 1 p.m. So, you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I guess my thing would be this. Like, how did you know it was like the right dress? How did you like look at it and was like, this is the dress I want? Me, I could like, I wouldn't wear a dress. I wouldn't wear a dress, but I'm saying like, I guess the colors and shit. Like, what would you like? How did you pick out the colors? Is it because of the season or what? Like, how was it? Because I think that's, yeah, bro. I'm a content creator. I know how it is. Yeah, I feel it. If it fits the vibe in the video, okay. He is talking alone. Why? I'm confused. Why am I talking alone? Okay. Come to Brazil. I've been to Brazil. Hey, yeah, hell yeah. Coffee. I gotta have it. I got my energy drink here somewhere too. I wanted something light, nothing too heavy, which is exactly the dress I chose. Okay. I guess if you know it, if you know the feeling of it, like if it fits the vibe, yeah, okay, I feel you. I feel that. Man, I can't. Hey, Brian, I can't do nothing without coffee. I gotta have first thing I get up. I gotta have coffee. If I don't have coffee, I'm terrible. I just got done eating McDonald's. Hey, McDonald's gets a lot of hate for no reason. Just to be honest, McDonald's gets a lot of hate for no reason. I could go for some chicken nuggets right now. What's your JB? What's your go-to order at McDonald's? What's your go-to order? We're getting married in Australia Bush, so it's got to be able to move. Okay. So you got to be moving and grooving. You got to be able to, you got to be able to move. Okay, I see what you're saying. I get the vibe on that one. I'll be honest, guys. I don't know if I could get married. I don't know. I don't know if I could get married. I don't know. That's one of those things. Like, I don't know if I'll get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up one second. All right, my bad. We need more people in the world like you, Lord. I think the world is only ready for one of me, honestly. Fair. Also, save your money. It's quite expensive. Hey, that's what I heard. I heard weddings are just crazy expensive. Like, you almost got to take out a freaking loan to get married. Is that true? Literally, okay. So let's just hypothetically say, are we talking about 10,000 more? Divorce is way more expensive. Yes, I agree with that one. I can like, you can get a wedding. Like, I'm just ballparking this. Honestly, bro, I have no idea. Hey. So okay, let's just throw this out here. If we was to say, let's see, if we was to say the wedding was 20,000, let's just say 20,000. Now I could be totally chocolate on that one. 20,000. Then I guess it depends if you sign a prenup, and if then the split. You got to split everything down the middle. I guess it's kind of like what state you would live in too as well. I could be totally chalked on this one, maybe. So you would have to buy, you'd have to split everything. So I guess divorces would be way more expensive. That would be just my estimate. Yeah, I could be, like I said, I could be totally chalked. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So I have to record a YouTube video. I got to record a YouTube video. Not surprised, once you have property and kids, everything is so much more expensive. Yeah. Everything is way more expensive when you get kids. Oh, man. I'll say this. I think the first kid is way more expensive than the next kids. I take it back. The first kid is expensive, and then like the last child, like the baby, like let's say you have 3 kids. That third child is way more expensive than any of them because you spoil that one more than you did. The first one, you're learning. This middle one, you're like, all right, we're here. Third one, I really believe the third one is way more expensive because you're just spoiling them. Like, you're literally just spoiling that kid. Because that's the last one. That is just my random thought on that. Now, like I said, I could be wrong. All right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to record a YouTube video about my thoughts for the OG map, what I think is good, what I think is bad, what I think just in the 72 hours. What was it? Thursday? It comes out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, okay. The 2 days that it's came out, 3 days, whatever you want to say. We're going to literally just talk about it. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Y'all give me your thoughts. You like basketball? Yes, I do like basketball. I played basketball my whole life, played in college and all of that. So, yes, I do love basketball. So, that's the thoughts. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it. I'll get your input on it, and let's make a YouTube video about this. So give me 1 second, and Hold on 1 second. I got telling my dudes. Okay, I see you. Nah, man. A little light. You like soccer? I do like soccer. I have no idea what it is, like how to play it, but I love watching it. All right, that works. And then we also got to get a video for Amax today too. We got to do the Amax. I used to play. Hey, that's big time. I was terrible. I played soccer like when I was younger, but I mean, I always said like there is one good thing about soccer is soccer is really, really good for footwork. So when you're young, you need to play soccer to get that footwork. That would be my suggestion to be. Hold on 1 second. Y'all, have y'all played the new OG map? Have y'all played it yet? Have y'all played the map yet? Hey, I love the map. I think the map is so beautiful, to be honest. Yep. What do you think about it, JB? What do you think about the OG map? Body like a rock star. All right, we got to get a Kilo video today. Gotta get a Kilo video. All right, I got that. Let me get everything pulled up. It's the best one I played so far. Yeah, I mean they did amazing things to it. To be all the way honest, they really took their time on that one. All right, here we go. Let's get it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop in, do a solo spectate. Then after that, we'll get into some games. So yeah, I'm actually going to hold up 1 second here. All right. I'm actually going to do one thing here. Hold up. All right, so here's what we're going to do. 1 second. No, they added a different map to the OG map. I mean, to the regular zombies. All right, which is it's not bad. That map, hey, that new zombie map is big as hell. Like literally, that shit is big. No Diddy. Like, look how pretty this map is. All right, so I'm going to turn off all the alerts real quick so we can't hear them just in case. Because I love all the alerts and everything. But I love all the alerts, but oh shoot, let's see. 8 max to go here.
Playtime's over.
All right,
Stand by for deployment.
here we go. Let's talk about it. All right, I got the recording going.
Battle Royale.
All right, y'all know the drill.
Enemy dropping into the AR. Hunt down the enemy.
Y'all know the drill. Oh.
Gulag is your last chance. Fight to earn redeployment. Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination.
All right, guys. I'm good. I'm good. All right, here we go. Just gotta get my one little kill.
Keep your head up.
All right.
Space for debrief.
All right, guys. As we are sitting here doing our very first solo spectate of the OG map, just want to touch on some things where I'm sitting here with chat and what is some good things we like about the OG map? What is some bad things? I'm just gonna give you my general thoughts about the first couple days. My first impression is the map is beautiful. The map is amazing. The little tweaks that they have done to the map, the little, small things that they've freshened up the colors. I think it's an amazing, feature. For the first time ever, Call of Duty has actually put an update out that really has pretty much, blown everyone out of the water, because if you know anything about Call of Duty updates or anything like that, they're always buggy. There's always something that goes wrong, to the point where you can't even play them. This time, they pushed the update back a couple weeks, and they got it right. Now, there is some little things that we'll talk about going forward that I would like to see, them implement, but we're just going to hit on the good things right now. And, dropping an update of this size, bringing back the OG map, bringing back so many of these features that we like is great. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people saying that, the nostalgic value is only going to last so long and all of this. But to be all the way honest, the way it looks right now, I think the nostalgic vibe has, it's all hit us. But I think this version is going to outlast the nostalgia. And I think it's going to bring back, make people have more memories. Like Alana said, floating loot is a big W. That was something that a lot of people was asking. Why did they take that out of the game? We'll just go down the list. Floating loot, big W. The movement, it's a little clunky, but I see what they're trying to do to make it feel like a true OG. Try to make it feel like it is like kind of like we're going back to where we started. I think if they could speed up it just a little bit, I think it'd be perfect. I have no problem with the movement. I love the I think Omni movement, it was such a great invention, but in my opinion, I think they wanted it to be for a casual player, but when you have these demons out there that just learning all the tricks, it kind of made it hard. But in my opinion, I think they need to implement Omni movement just a little bit more into this. I would like to see a little bit more free flowing motion. It still feels like there's just a slight delay in all the movement, but small things they can fix. Another big W is, guys, if you look at the map, just look at the map in general, everything is brighter. Everything is just way more brighter. You can see before, if you remember the OG map, there was that fog. It was a little bit dingy, but they have brightened it. You know, yeah, Alana said it right there. Feels a little clunky. It really does. The movement is just a little bit clunky, but I think that's something they can speed up on. I think they're trying to find the sweet spot for it. Not too fast, not too slow, just that right speed. But like, if you look right now, everything's bright. All the colors are just popping. Before, it was all dingy. It was all dark, and they lit up. You know, they pretty much lit up the map, which is great. If you remember, going upstairs used to be really, really, scary because you would have the rose skin. You would have all of the goodness gracious. You would have all of that. Another feature that I like that we just saw was snipers. It is a sniper meta right now. Everyone is using either the HDR or the car. The car has a one-shot headshot to a certain extent, but the HDR does have a unlimited, one-shot headshot, and I like that. I do have my thoughts on what I think it should be. I think that if you can hit a headshot from 600 meters out, GG's, you just did it. But I have seen some people in my comments saying that the snipers aren't, we don't need snipers to one-shot headshot. It's not good, but I like it. I really like the fact of you have to actually, keep your head on a swivel. You can't just sit on a rooftop and just think you're going to be okay. Like, there was a game, there was plenty of games. Me and my friends were playing the game, and we're jumping, dodging, and all of this. One shot snipers, because that's all we hear is ping, ping. It makes the game. I don't think it hurts the game at all. I'm not a sniper. I've never been a sniper, but I'm learning how to snipe, and it's a good addition to the game. The new guns. Let's talk about the new guns. The AMAX, the Kilo, HDR, we just talked about. I like the new guns. Only bad thing I would say about the new guns is they all feel the same. And that's a small little thing. I think they all feel the same, to be all the way honest. The Growl, when it came out and it was a conversion kit, it really hit hard, but there's not really that difference. That different feel. Like when you were shooting the Kilo, it felt different than the Growl. The Growl felt different from the AMAX, and it just all felt so much different. These guns, it just don't feel that much difference when it comes to the ARs. I like to get that little slight change. Right now, Kilo, you can use the Kilo, you can use the AMAX, and the Growler meta when it comes to ARs. Kilo's right up there with him, but in my opinion, I really, really believe that they're going to do something, just a small little tweak to make each gun feel like their own personality. Like, that's what we want. Like, y'all remember when the Growl was meta and it had that little skinny iron sight? Now, like I said in my video before, the Growl looks like it's gained some weight, being on vacation. I just feel like they need to tweak it just a little bit where each gun feels like its own individual self. Then let's talk about a little bit of the bad things. We'll harp on a little bit of the bad things. Money is so scarce. Like, money is really, really scarce. How you doing, Panda? Like, money is really, really scarce in this game. If you look right now, guys only got 6,000, and he is in the second circle. Hasn't even bought a loadout. I think I think when we come to expecting more money, buying UAVs, but that also plays into the fact of you got to do contracts, you got to get kills, and you're going to get more money, and that's kind of how this game is being played now. This game plays so much different compared to the previous war zones. You got to actually value your life in this one. I can also say on the flip side of that, we might not need any more plates. That might actually make you play a little bit more of a strategic type of game because you value your life, because there's not so many plates on the ground. So I can see it both ways. I can see it where we can say, hey, we need more plates, we need more this. But if plates are scarce, money scarce, going to get you a contract, and then jumping on somebody, killing a squad will get you more money. So the more stuff that you do, the more engagement that you're actually doing, the more money, the more everything that you get. So I can see it both ways. I would like to see a little bit more platage. Would like to see that wouldn't be too bad. Money, like I said, money is really, really scarce as well. I think around the end game, regaining is really, really hard in this game. That's why you have to value your life. Regaining is really, really hard when it comes to dropping in, kind of not really that last circle, but that last couple circles. Not much money on the ground. There's not too many contracts out there. So the regain is so hard. But that's the perk of having to value your life. You got to value your life. And that's one thing that that has made this game a lot more different. It's kind of going back to the original BR feel, because before, let's all be honest, you had redeploys, you had gulag tokens, you had all this stuff to make it feel like a resurgent over and over and over. I feel like you're kind of like playing Rebirth on the big map. So it kind of got away from that feeling of a BR. Like it really got away from that. So I'm hoping with this and how it's playing, we are going back to the BR feeling, because there should be two separate entities, a BR and a resurgence. Resurgence, you can go out there and just like get in the mix right away. You're in there, you're just going to town, you're fighting, you're dying, you're coming back, fight, die, come back, fight, die, come back. That's resurgence. You don't value your life because you can come back. In a BR, you have to value your life. One thing I really give Fortnite a bunch of credit for is they kind of stayed a little bit true to the BR form. They did have their little resurgent modes and all that, but to be honest, Fortnite stuck to the BR, agenda, and they've been the gold standard for I don't know how long. So hopefully we can go back to the old way where we have to value our life. We have to actually play positioning, and that's another thing. That's another topic. Positioning is so key in this game right now. Like if you have good positioning, you're rotating right, you're doing the small things, you're going to pretty much win the gunfight when it comes to this TTK, because this TTK is crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine, G, and he was saying he likes the TTK. He's like, it's fine. And I can see it both ways. I can see it the way of some people saying it's too fast and some people saying, okay, it's good. And I give this analogy like this. If we raise the TTK, if we raise it up, how hard is it going to be for a new player to kill a sweat like, let's just say Biffle? And then killing Biffle is almost impossible, but I'm just throwing that out there. If, let's just say, the TTK is raised up to whatever, you got to be more, you got to be more strategic in your shoot. You got to be able to control your recoil a lot better than someone that hasn't played forever, and the TTK is fast, and they can actually maybe get a kill here and there, instead of having to actually control the recoil. Now you can also say, well, man, they just need to play the game. They just need to play the game. They can't, you're going to have to, well, some people just can't play some people can only play 1 to 2 hours a day, if that. We're not all fortunate to play 5-6 hours, sometimes 12 hours. I'm fortunate enough to play a lot, but some people aren't. So they want to hop on with the boys after work, you know, maybe drink a beer, have a good time, get a couple kills, laugh, or whatever. So I think the TTK is right a little bit where a casual player can still get a kill, and there's a little skill gap in that. I believe that. Another big key thing that I really think that they need to honestly fix is the contract multipliers. If you notice, every contract you do, it multiplies just like the OGs did, but it's not doing that right now. It's really not doing what we had in the OG map. So the contracts are not multiplying like they should. It should be a contract multiplier every time that you do a contract, but it's not doing that. Gee, I was just talking about you, big dog. I was just talking about you. We was talking about the TTK, and so I would like to see the contract multiplier actually work right now. It isn't working. It's not really counting the multiplying factors. So hopefully they can get that fixed. I think that'd be a really, really good thing. That I'm happy they did bring that back. I'm very, very happy. So then the next thing is, I really think there's one thing that I want them to bring back, and I don't know if they ever will. And this is just me thinking out loud. I need them to bring back the original growl. This is just my thoughts. I don't want the conversion kit. I don't want that. I want the original growl to come back at some point. That's just me. That's just a wish list for me that they will do that. That's just something small into the game that I think that they can really I think that would be a big hit. I don't want a conversion kit. Like I said before, I think, the iron sights gained a little bit of weight. It needs to go. The iron sights need to go on Jenny Craig. It needs to lose a little couple pounds, slim back up. It's summertime. We need that 6-pack abs. We need the old school one. If we bring back the Kilo, if we bring back the AMAX, if we bring back the HDR, I really believe that it should be brought back the ground. Now, what we just saw the HDR one-shot headshot. And I'm going to go back to this point. I really don't have no problem with this. I really don't have a problem with them doing this. Because if you... Okay, G, why do you that? Why do you say you have a problem with that? You hate it? Why do you hate that? I love hearing this. Slows down my pace. Okay. I understand. I can agree with that. I can agree with that 100%. I'm going to go to the flip side. Okay, I'm going to go to the flip side of that. I can see exactly what you're saying. We all don't want to camp in a building. We all can say that. We all don't want to camp in a building. We all don't want to camp on top of a in a building on top of the roof. We don't want to do that. We want to get out there and get mixy. But the risk rewards of that are, you got to watch your head. Like, and watching you play, you aren't never still. You're always moving. You're always, going to the next bounty, the next, popping UAV. All right, we're going here. We're going here. So I can see where that comes into play. I can see that. So this is the caveat of that. Do we do it where the HDR only has a headshot multiplier at a certain distance? Then after that distance, then we can put in maybe a 2-shot. Because from here to here, from where he shot, if that's not a 1-shot kill, dude was sitting there standing. I can see maybe cross map. If you're doing cross map things and it's a 1-shot headshot, I can see, maybe, that's a little bit too much. But in my opinion, this is just me. I don't have no problem with it. But I can understand where you're coming from with that, of if you're moving and grooving, and it's a lot harder to hit a headshot. Like right here. See, he didn't hit a headshot. You got to be so precise on that headshot. Now, mind you, dude probably ain't hit a headshot since since that last one, but it's a little bit tricky. But I mean, if you're good with it, if you're in those high KD lobbies like a G is, if you're in those competitive lobbies, those dudes are hitting that. That dude's gone right now. Like he like, look at this. It's boom, dead. So I mean, it's you actually got to hit your shots. These two fools were just looking at each other. But in all, I think the game is in a good spot. That's terrible. Like, I really believe that the game is a good spot. I do. I believe the game is in a great spot. This update has really, really just blown my mind. Like, it really, you can't name another update that has had no bugs, that has had nothing, technically really nothing really wrong with it. We haven't had that in forever. Call me crazy. I literally can, just me, I think this might be the greatest update they have done. Other than one other update and it wasn't a big update, but it was I would say the Haunting of Verdansk, the very first one with Scream and all of that. That was by far the best. But I mean, if we're talking about big updates like this is the best one. This is by far the best one that I have seen. The game plays, and let's talk about this. The game plays so buttery smooth. Like, literally butterly smooth. I've not seen one, like, I'll be all the way honest, I haven't seen one person say this game's buggy. I have not seen that. And normally, let's be all the way honest, if it's a terrible update, you go on X, Twitter, Reddit, whatever you want to say, and you can see everybody saying, man, this sucks. Like, you can see everyone say, oh, this is terrible, this is awful. But this game runs so smooth. He's dead. Like, it's honestly, it shocked me how well this update actually has happened. G even said it. Like, it is really, really crazy to see how good this update is. And another thing, Alana just brought it out. The hacking situation, there is some hackers still in the lobby. If we're playing any PC game, if we're playing any game that with the PC, we know that hacking, there's going to be hackers. I mean, Valorant has got them. I mean, Valorant has the best anti-cheat, and they're saying they're still having problems with it. Any game's going to have hackers, but right now it's been really, really not. Haven't seen many. I haven't seen many at all. And I guess I'm not giving Ricochet any credit right now until I know the facts. But before this game came out, a lot of cease and desist letters went out, and a lot of these cheating companies, big name cheating companies, were saying we're closing its doors. Now we can say, well, they're just going to make another one in the next couple months. They're going to come back. I really believe they are putting their foot down and saying we're going to take back our game, because it's been bad. Like, it's been really, really bad. But all in all, I think this game has been amazing. I think this is a great update. I think this is something that we really, really needed. The COD community was begging for something like this, and we finally got it. I am so, so, so happy about this. Like, it's so good to see something. Let's say it like this. It's so good to go back home to a map that we remember and it feeling like that OG. It's like going back to that, to that old thing. You're just like, man, it just feels right being back on this map. I'm so happy that they have done this. Hopefully with the updates going forward that we can see, them put in a little bit of things. I don't think they need to put in a lot. Just update a couple things, maybe some plates, like I said, money, more contracts. I think, like I said, this end game right here, not this one specifically, but the end game it's kind of hard to regain at the end. So I think that's kind of some small little things, but I think it's amazing. I think this is what we needed. It's good for the COD community. I really think that I really like it. I mean, I really do. Like, if they can hang on to this and build from this, if this is the start of it, if this is what the base model, and we're going to build off this, guys, we are in for an amazing year. I'm so excited for this. Like, it's amazing. Let's see if this guy finishes out before we head out of here real quick, because he's missed every shot he has shot right now on this guy. He's right there. God, I hate seeing this. He's if the guy on the high ground loses this, it's oh my God. I was about to say, high ground always wins. Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love y'all. See you next time. All right, guys, YouTube video's done. It's more like COP. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I totally agree. It is like COP. In game, you have to value your life. You got to actually do a lot. Like, you have to do a lot of different things. That's like, and that's the good thing about it's like, yeah, like no, I totally agree with you. It's like you have to value so much. You can't just go out. You just can't go out there running out there willy nilly. You can't be a rent payment. You can't be a mortgage. Yo, Ty, you want I'm good. Thank you though. Thank you, Hooper. Yeah, like no, I'm totally with you on that. You have to value your life. You gotta play so much. You gotta play more strategic than anything. And that's the good thing about that. That is the good thing about this game is you have to actually play a lot more strategic. You gotta I said it like this, and this is I said it like this. It kind of, the low money kind of makes you have to go fight people, because who has all the money? The other team. So you have to go out there and fight the people to actually make it, to get. You have to go out there and get contracts, bounties, do contracts. Contracts are really, really important in this type of game. Contracts are very, very important. Because if you do the contracts, if you do a bounty, you go kill the bounty. After you kill the bounty, you get their money. You go get a UAV. Then you go get a bounty. And it's like a rinse repeat cycle. A lot more sniper uses. Yes, a lot more sniper. It's pretty much the paparazzi. As soon as you walk out of anywhere, I mean, all you're seeing is paparazzi flashes. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't snipe. I'm an AR guy. I suck at sniping. I'm probably the worst sniper in America, but it's kind of making me want to snipe a little bit. But I sniped a little bit yesterday. I agree though, where you have like contracts are really, really important. They really are important in this game, to where you have to. Like I said, it's a rinse repeat cycle. Bounty, UAV, get kills, get money. Or you can do some other contracts. Recon's back. Recon isn't as powerful as it was back in the first one. I gotta say that Recon is not as powerful, which is kind of crazy. I thought it would be a little bit more powerful than what we saw. Honestly, hold up. But like I said, I think it's in a great spot, guys. I can't really lie and say that it's not in a good spot. Like, it is in such a good spot. Let's talk about this operator real quick.
Lead from the front.
Let's talk about this operator real quick. This is the most rare operator. I saw J God post that he's opened up over 700 boxes, which is all around the map, and he can't find him. Like, it's like one of the, like, they say that they've put in more they put in this skin a lot more in some of the safes, but I mean, this is the most rare skin out there right now. Like, so what you gotta do is you gotta go all these different things, and once you get all these, then you get then you can there. It's in one of these safes. It's in one of these. Matter of fact, I don't even know who's got him. I have no idea. I've only seen one person on Twitter that says they've got him. So it's wild. Like, hold up, I'm gonna see what Jay Guy said about it. Jay Guy said like he opened up 700 different. What is it? Yo, Jay God had the best. Hey, hold up. Jay God has the best tweet about this. Hold up. It's something different though. Hold up. I'm about to pull it up. This for all the people that like are saying, "Oh, it's just nostalgic. It's not gonna last. It's terrible." Hold up. Let me show you what Jay God said. Hold up. Look at this.
I have arrived.
What up, Haven? Hey, this is totally it right here. Warzone 1 was way better. It's just nostalgia. Quit having fun. Swear to God, this is the cycle right here. Everyone is having fun. I don't care what anyone says. All right, here it is. 700 safes and still no skin. This game hates me. Getting 40 plus saves a match and still no luck is insane. He still has not got it. Is there a reason some people can see the skin and operating them not visible for me? It's come to unlock. After 300 saves, I've not unlocked it. It's literally. It was yeah, like it was. I remember I went back to the OG game. I went back to the OG game. It was fun, but I didn't know how slow the original OG was. I didn't know how like just slow and it was until playing that game. Like it was slow. Was it always that slow? I didn't think it was always that slow. It was fun for a time, then it lost its notoriety. Well, let's see. Yeah, it was slow. I've been sleep. Why you been sleeping, Haven? Why? What are we sleeping for? What are we doing sleeping, man? What are we doing sleeping? We don't need to be asleep. We don't need to be asleep. We need to wake up. Time to get up. Time to get up. No sleep last night? Why did you not sleep last night? Too busy playing games. What are you playing? What game are you playing? Right now I'm enjoying esports from COD Mobile. Ooh, COD Mobile. I didn't know this. Call of Duty does not. Call of Duty gives a license to COD Mobile for COD Mobile. It's not really COD Mobile. Like it's not like really Call of Duty's thing. It's a different developer that has they licensed it from Call of Duty, and then they have their own little thing. I didn't know that. I did not know that part where they did a licensing thing. I didn't know that until last night. I was listening to a podcast and they was talking about that. I said, "Wow!" So he's like, "Here, take this and do what you need to do." Like I didn't know that. Raging in Madden 25. Oh Lord, why are you raging in Madden 25 for, Haven? Like why? Hey, Alana, how long have you played Fortnite? Like, how long have you played, like, Fortnite? But it's 5 a.m. in India. Good morning or good night. We'll say good evening. How about that? We'll go with that one. You play Valorant? Oh Lord, Valorant's hard. I played for 4 years. No longer. Oh shit. Hold up. No longer played. Cause cartoonish with all the skits. But can't you turn that shit off though? You can turn that shit off though, can't you? Counter-Strike 1.6. Damn. I ain't never played none of those games. Felt like I was playing Children all the time. Man. Shoot. Could you imagine let's keep it all the way honest. Could you imagine what's it called? Shit. Need for Speed, man. Need for Speed. That used to be my game. Could you imagine prox chat on Fortnite? You know how bad prox chat in Fortnite would be? Like, literally, that shit would be so bad. Oh my god. Everyone would be getting banned on Call of Duty. Because, I mean, all right, I need y'all's take on this. Okay? Let's talk. I want y'all's take on this. All you hear is kids complaining. Hold up. I need y'all's take on this. Because I've got a take, and I want to know what y'all think. Hold up. I got to find it real quick. I got to find it. I got to find this. Because I saw it and I was like, wow. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh God. How you doing this? See if I can find it. Here it is. Is this it? Let's go, Alana. All right, hold up. This is it right here.
Page are people being like, I just found.
All right, hold up. All right, this is it right here.
Page are people being.
Here we go. All right, let's talk about this real quick.
Like, I just found the most broken weapon in Call of Duty. Here it is. You're gonna want to run this SMG with this AR, and you're gonna want to use this attachment, and this attachment, the underbarrel's here, and this, and I swear you're gonna laser everyone. I dropped 50. Page are people
Now, hold up. Now, watch this. Let's watch this. Watch this.
They said it's a glitch. You're
In that
supposed to.
bush?
You're
Oh my.
All right, but he comes back and does something like this.
73.
What am I watching?
73 headshot. 73
That shit
headshot.
wrong,
Cracked them
what?
both. Or body, 2 bodies. Holy cow.
if he has a bat, be careful. He does. What a play, dude. What a friggin' play.
He did his best, you guys.
Was it?
Well, that happened.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Ninja. Stop. I can agree with one thing. Now there is a lot of this gun's meta. This gun's meta. We all know that, but that's that. I mean, shit. Ninja did that for how many years? Like, I understand where he's coming from with that, but I don't think it is true. Like, if you look at my, do these settings, get these guns. Like, I understand that part, but he's like, do it Fortnite and but yeah, I remember when he played COD. He played COD for a few days, and it was just a wrap for him. I remember that. I mean, so what y'all's thoughts? So what do you think? Ninja's a dick. What do you think? Do you think Ninja actually has a point? Or is Ninja just out here just talking to hear his head rattle? Because I've seen a lot of people say that he's just like a jerk. I don't know the guy, but let me see if I can find this other clip of him. I'm like, damn, man. I think he's just talking shit. Yeah. I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you on that, Lana. I really do. Where's it at? I'm seeing if I can find this other one. What is it? Now let's
Dude, when like this, dude.
but then let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one. Now this is an old clip. Old clip. Just saying, old clip. I don't know if I can get this any louder. We'll see.
When like this is why I hate COD so fucking much, bro. Because they do this, they don't change anything. It's the same shit every single year. Every single year, it's the same game. The map looks the exact same. The gunplay is the exact same. The guns are broken. The guns don't get fixed for months. Everything's broken. They update. Updates are terrible. The game gets worse.
Okay, that's just too low. My bad if I blew your ears out. Like, talking about, he wants people to play, like he wants to talk to people, that want to play. Here's my thing is this. And I've made this case a lot, and I've took a lot of slack for this. Isn't Fortnite the same freaking map we've had for like 50 years? All they do is put some snow and some new POIs and sprinkle some shit on there and call it a new map. Don't Fortnite do the same thing? Thank you. Alana just said it. Isn't it like really legit the same map over and over? It's like saying, hey, I'm going to give you this pizza, but today, instead of pepperoni, we're going to have sausage. Seasonal Christmas map? Yeah. Okay, seasonal Christmas map with a couple different POIs. But isn't it the same damn map, though? Hold up. I don't know the reason why I stopped playing. The map was literally the same. Now I can see, like, I do think that when they did that anime bullshit and they had that neon city or whatnot or whatever it was, I did like that. I did really like that. I thought that was great. I did like that. That was kind of cool. Like if they could make that into a bigger map, not that specific building, but I'm saying like they can make that into something bigger and do different like I don't know. I just, like yeah, we can say Call of Duty. We're back to the OG map. We can say that. I mean, I can see where people would say that, but I just think that hold on one second. What is it? Are you the same like 15 years back? No, I'm different from. I mean, shit. If you're the same 15 years ago, you're a problem. That's a problem. If you're the same 15 years ago, I would say you're a problem. You got to grow. You got to evolve. I mean, shit. I can say that about Sophie been sleep. So Sophie hadn't slept well in these spontaneous topic. Sophie hadn't slept well these past couple days. Poor baby. There's been like tornadoes and storms. I've been at work, so she's been here all by herself, like trying to survive during the storm. Like it's bad. Poor baby. If it storms tonight, I might take her to my parents. Let her stay there. Because poor thing's been, I come home, she's just running in circles like, damn, where the hell have you been? It's a storm outside. I'm like, my bad. Look, here she is. Come here, baby. She heard that thunder. It's thunder and lightning outside. Come here, Ziggies. Or not. Come here. Come here. She don't want to come see me. She's mad at me. Oh, she hates it. Swoosh. Man, where you? Hey, man. You said, hey, King. Hey, I got us a sound alert for when we get slammed on Call of Duty. You ready for it? You've been, don't sleep.
Be advised, hostile forces are giving us a beating. Yes, that's just how Daddy likes it.
Hey man, that's just so fucking. Oh, it's so fucking funny.
Be advised, hostile forces are giving us a beating. Yes, that's just how Daddy likes it.
Be advised, your teammate got their ass kicked.
Daddy. When I go to work at night, she hates it. She hates it because our schedules are so flipped. Like. It's like that's why I try to stay up as long as I can during the day so I can take her out, let her go. That's why I'm pushing my streams back starting, I think next week. I think I'm pushing my streams back to 10 a.m. That way I can take her outside, let her run around, let her get some food. I can eat, and then we hop on stream. But this week, tomorrow we'll be live at night, and then Thursday we'll be live at night. So we're gonna switch a couple things up this week. New YouTube video out. I know TikTok hates that. New YouTube video out right now on YouTube. We've got the best settings video, PC and console. So make sure you get that a check as well. Then I'm going to have tomorrow night my thoughts on the OG map, what we just recorded a second ago. So yeah. So okay. So what is my stream schedule? And then King, I've been trying to figure out what King's going to do. King don't tell me nothing. King hates me. Guys, don't have friends like King. King hates me. King don't love me no more. Yeah, so I only have 2 morning streams. Rose, yeah, I got a rose for you. So tomorrow at 7. Tomorrow at 7. Tuesday at 9, and then Thursday at 9, and then at 9 at night. So Sunday and Thursday I'll be going live at night. Then Saturday and Tuesday I'll be in the mornings. Matter of fact, I need to change that to 10, but it's all right. We'll just go to 10. It's all right. Damn, it's thundering outside. Holy crap. What's it supposed to be? Hey, King, is it supposed to storm today? Is it supposed to storm? Sounds like, yeah, it's over here. It's over here thundering and lightning and shit. But yeah, we're going to do a lot more. And then on the days that I don't stream, we will be putting, so I'm putting out 3 YouTube videos out this week alone. Hey King, if you had one thing to change about Call of Duty, what would it be right now? Okay. But yeah, that's so we're switching things up. This YouTube video actually will have up tomorrow night. Like I said, we'll have a lot of things. You know, we have a lot of things planned, man. I'm so excited for the OG map. Like I'm like hype, especially. I don't know for real. So I mean, do you think it's good the way it is right now? I like it so far. Okay, like see, and that's the opinions that I like. That's the other opinions I like to hear. You'll have the sweats. You'll have the comp grinders like G. G's a comp grinder. G loves the competition side. And then you got a gamer like King who plays the game, likes the game, and he just doesn't play Call of Duty. He'll play anything. He'll play anything that sparks his interest. So for someone like him that plays a lot of games and comes back to COD and say, I like it. I like hearing things like that. I like those type of opinions to, bounce ideas off of. So, I mean, that for, I mean, I'm gonna put your business out there for a second, King. For someone that said he didn't like Black Ops, Earth Sand and all that, for him to come back and play more, that speaks volumes to the community, in my opinion. That speaks volumes. I think, like I said, they're going in the right direction. I'm excited about it. I think it's an amazing thing. Hold on one second. What you doing, Popo? What you doing, Pookie? Boogie Woogie? All right, hold on. Oh, it's the Sophie stream. Unpopular opinion, but Black Ops sucks ass. Okay, why do we say Black Ops sucks ass? Well, I'm getting attacked by the dog. See that little tail? She loves me. Okay, why do we say Black Ops sucks ass? I'll say this. I got you. Don't go nowhere. I'll say this. Black Ops multiplayer is one of the best multiplayers we've had in a while. I'll say that. Warzone was okay. I think Warzone was really rough. I think that I'll say that. Black Ops multiplayer was very, very fun. Warzone sucked. Hold on one second, y'all. I just hope. I just hope the I here's it. I can see why people say all the hackers was out of control on Warzone, and I didn't love the multiplayer maps. Oh yeah, the multiplayer maps could have been a little bit better. I agree with that. I agree with that. The multiplayer maps could have been a little bit better. But I mean, overall, I thought it wasn't that bad. I thought Zombies was a W. Let me say it like this. And King, I talk to King about this all the time. I think Black Ops 6 was tailor-made for zombies. I think just like Warzone 2 was tailor-made for DMZ. That's what I believe. I believe that with all in me. I believe that Warzone 2 was tailor-made for DMZ. Black Ops 6 was tailor-made for zombies. I mean, look at the time and the effort that they put into zombies to make zombies great again. They put a lot of time and effort into that. Like, zombies ran smooth. Zombies ran more smooth than anything. Multiplayer, yeah, but zombies really, really ran smooth. So I really believe that this game was tailor-made for zombies. By far. I did. Now, with, you know, kind of Warzone getting its own little thing going, its own. So here's how it worked. Here's how it worked. Well, we'll explain this. Here's how it worked. What they was technically doing is they was trying to have a one-on-one with Warzone and multiplayer. It was going to be one-on-one. Whatever multiplayer did, Warzone was going to do. And we all know multiplayer and Warzone are two different things. So when they finally said, you know what, we're going to take that out and we're just going to make Warzone's movement so much different than multiplayer movement and zombie movement, this is when we're starting to get the better things. This is when we're starting to get more updates for Call of Duty. I mean, for Warzone alone. King said it before. He said, I wish, you know, they would have their own guns and everything. I would like that. I really would like to see that. But I think it would be like one or two guns here and there, because the integration of Black Ops 6, Call of Duty 2025, 2026, whatever it's going to be, they've got to integrate those guns into the game. So I think they're in the right direction where they're moving in the right space. I really believe that. I believe that they're in the right space of doing the right thing. I did prefer the MW3 zombie open world map where you could shoot zombies and chill. Yeah. But you know what, Alana? A lot of people didn't like that. I didn't have no problem with it because, you know, I would drop a gun to somebody and we'd, you know, extract out. And I think there is a spot for that in Call of Duty. I really believe that. I think the extraction-based game fits Call of Duty. But at a, I don't know if it would have been zombies or do you do a DMZ? I think DMZ fits perfect with Call of Duty. But they just didn't put a lot of effort in that. They really didn't. I really love zombies. Everyone was so nice and would help. Yeah, that was a crazy part about zombies. That whole thing was so crazy where, you know, in DMZ, like everyone would be just out here trolling each other. Zombies like, all right, guys, guess what? You need this gun? We got you. All right. Who needs this? I remember in the very first, I remember in the map when we dropped in, everyone would be like, hey, what's everybody need? Does anybody need this? Does anybody need that? Who needs this? I was like, damn. Like, that was crazy when it was like that. Hold up. Like, oh, a random thing I'm gonna say. Make fun of me if I won't. I bought one of those what's those things called? Scrub daddies. I'm in love with that thing. I bought a scrub daddy. One of those sponges. And motherfuckers are nice. That's an old person purchase right there. All right, let me see something here. All right, I want to watch one. I'm gonna do one more reaction video. Let's do a reaction video. I'm gonna do a reaction video real quick. I swear to God, one of my peoples was like, "Dog, get you a scrub daddy," because I kept buying a new sponge like every week. I was like, "Damn, these sponges are terrible." He's like, "Nah, go get you a scrub daddy." I was like, "What is that?" He showed me what the mugs were. I said, "Whoa, I like me a scrub daddy." All right, let's see if my thoughts and opinions and Hector's thoughts and opinions kind of align. Let's see if we can see what it is.
For the last 24 hours,
All
and
right,
there's a lot that has changed from the original, and there's a lot that's been changed from what we had a week ago. So without further ado, I'm gonna give you all my thoughts on how the game is right now. I want to start off this video. I've been playing.
All right, guys, let's do a reaction to this. Let's do a reaction. Let's get another YouTube video. I'm on my content grind, guys. All right, Alana, I'm on my content grind. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, guys, we're going to react to the GOAT Repulse's thoughts for the OG map. You know, he's played for 24 hours, man. They've been on a grind. So let's react to what he's got to say.
Playing Verdansk for the last 24 hours, and there's a lot that has changed from the original, and there's a lot that's been changed from what we had a week ago. So without further ado, I'm gonna give you all my thoughts on how the game is right now. I want to start off this video by saying I've been incredibly skeptical when it comes to Call of Duty and their decisions lately.
We are.
On my channel for the last maybe 20 videos, you're gonna see me give my honest take on how the game is currently. And a lot of those, I'm going to be transparent, have not been the greatest. Whenever they do a good update, I tell them it was a good update. But whenever they do a bad update, I am very blunt to say that it was a bad update.
And let's be all the way honest, a lot of these updates have been bad. Like, I've said this in my last video that this is probably one of the best updates we've had in forever.
Sadly, 9 times out of 10, I'm always making a negative video because simply the game wasn't in a good state. But
true.
Honestly, this is a great sigh of relief to finally say, after so long, what feels like the last 4 years, we have finally gotten a good update. I think you've
100%.
noticed there's a common trend here, and a lot of people are very, very happy with the current update.
Yes.
When a lot of us heard that Verdansk was coming back, we were all wondering, hey, is this actually gonna come out good? Is this gonna be OG? Is this gonna feel great? Or is it just gonna be another letdown yet again? And I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I thought it was gonna be another letdown.
When they pushed the game back, when they said, hey, we're going to take a little bit more time, I was nervous. I really believed that the game was going to fail right off that. Once they said, hey, we're going to pause the game, we're going to wait, we're going to put this game, give us a couple more weeks, I was like, they're in shambles. They're in shambles. And then, when they said we're looking for a, the Ricochet head, to fight the hackers, I was like, man, that was interesting. I love it, Jeezy.
The positivity I've seen on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere on social media has been really, really positive. Modern Warzone tweeted out, this is the happiest I've seen the Call of Duty community since Warzone originally dropped back in 2020. All across social media, I'm seeing praise about the Verdansk update. Crazy that all it took was going back to as close to the original game as we possibly could. It's crazy that it took 4 years for us to get right back to somewhat of where we started. And I'm not even saying that as a bad thing. I personally am happy about this because ever since Warzone 2's introduction, the game has been really, really bad.
It was kind of like when Warzone 2 came out, it was like the downfall. Like, that game was so bad. That was arguably the worst game of all time. I'll throw that out there. Like, arguably the worst game of all time. Now, you do have some people that started with that game. I know a friend of mine, Lil D, that's the game that he started on. That was his, I wouldn't say his first Call of Duty game, but that was his introduction into Call of Duty type Warzone game. So that's kind of all he really knew. And when like me and the boys was telling him, hey man, this OG map, man, this OG, like giving him times of this map, and for him to finally see it, it feels good to bring in not only the old school crew, you know, me, King, Light Skin Lance, Sleepy Time Coles, and bring somebody like Lil D into what we once knew as a great game. So not only are you getting the, you know, the OGs coming back, but you're getting this new gen of people coming in to experience this game, which is an amazing thing. And I like he said, I have seen nothing but praise and just happiness when it comes to YouTube, Twitter, all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm very, very excited about that one.
So let's talk about it. What exactly has been changed and what exactly is good or what exactly is bad? Verdansk's.
How you doing? Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I'm recording a YouTube video I'm doing great. How are you doing? Recording a little YouTube video right now. Doing my reaction to Repulse and what he has to say. I think the downfall was promising of Ricochet being life changing. Yes, I totally agree with that. They oversold that like no other. They really oversold Ricochet to be this big giant, like, you know, Valorant has the best anti-cheat where it goes deep inside your PC. And like they made it feel like that. They made it feel like there was going to be no cheaters. We're going to take care of everything. And we still haven't seen Ricochet.
Ever since Warzone 2's introduction, they took that as a bad thing. I fears for us to get right back to somewhat of where we started. And I'm not even saying that as a bad thing. I personally am happy about this because ever since Warzone 2's introduction, the game has been really, really bad. So let's talk about it. What exactly has been changed and what exactly is good or what exactly is bad? Verdansk has been out for the last 24 hours and I probably played around 15 of those 24. But before I begin, I want to commend them and say thank you for actually listening. About 2 months
Gotta love ads.
ago, before I begin, I want to commend them as 24 hours, and I probably played around 15 of those 24. But before.
And let me say this. I was on when it came out, and as soon as I dropped in, I knew something was different. It's like they're actually listening to us. And it's weird. Just, we'll get into that.
I want to commend them and say thank you for actually listening. About 2 months ago, they flew out me and a couple other content creators to play test Verdansk. And I'm not going to get into details because I ain't trying to get in trouble. But let me just tell you, it was not good. And I'll tell you.
I knew it. I knew he went out there. I knew he flew out there. So, okay, little backstory is there was a tweet saying that a couple of groups of content creators went out like a week, like 2 weeks before, and then a couple days before all of this, and everyone was hush hush. You know, they all signed NDAs and everything, but I knew, like, I really, really, really knew something was up. I knew it. Yes, I do.
Tell you that a lot of the content creators really did speak out about this and told them, hey, this is not a good update. They have one shot to bring back Verdansk, and if it's not good, nobody's going to play this game anymore. So we gave them the feedback, and honestly, sometimes it does feel like they don't really take our feedback and actually put it into the game.
Dang,
but I will say,
I wouldn't even record. I'm mad. Yeah, I do stream every day. I have a schedule in my Discord where I now and on X and Twitter where I this week I stream Sunday, Tuesday,
when it comes to Warzone,
Thursday,
Warzone has fallen completely
and Saturday. So I stream four out of 7 days.
Videos, but pretty much Warzone succeeded in my opinion because it was not crazy BR, but it was not multiplayer. It was Warzone's version of a BR. It wasn't as slow as PUBG, but it wasn't as fast as multi. And I think it found the perfect middle ground of blending both together. But somewhere over the last 4 years, things have changed. A week ago, there was no importance to your life. There was gulag tokens, redeploy flares, buybacks were $3,000, and there was so much economy that money didn't even really matter anymore. If you go back a couple months, there was only 120 players on the map, which pretty much made it to where your life doesn't even really mean anything. Now let's fast forward to Verdansk's update.
They removed gulag tokens, redeployed players, brought back buybacks to $4,000, and made your life actually matter. They brought back 150 players, made the games last longer.
You know what?
So
You know what? Let me say this. Are you ready for Monday? Yeah, I'm ready for Monday. It's going to be interesting. Monday's going to be really, really interesting. But King said this. King said this, and King is my wrestling guru. I don't know if John Cena can hold. Not John Cena. I don't know if Cody can hold this whole feud while John Cena's gone. Like, I really don't know. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know if John Cena, Cody can hold the feud down. I really don't know.
that win is much, much more satisfying.
Why John Cena's gone?
Down Time to Kill to cater more towards the casual audience and made a bunch of other changes that were aligned with Verdansk in 2020. And like I said earlier, for the most part, everybody seems to be really, really positive. But not everybody feels the same. For example, Doug is Raw tweeted, LMAO, I hope this is what you all wanted. After that, he tweeted, I don't know, maybe I need a full week or at least another day to see how I feel. I think most of the frustration is coming from just if you're shot at, you're dead. There isn't time to react at all much. Better loot distribution and money. Let's see how I feel later, maybe. Then you have another streamer, Saksu, tweeting out, so like, can we all agree dying in 0.5 seconds just remove the entire skill gap? This Time to Kill is catered to actual bots, man. But to be honest, those are only few and far in between. We have streamer Breadman tweeting out, best update ever. We have another streamer, Zyro, tweeting out, having an absolute blast playing Verdansk. Feels like a revamp to the whole game rather than just a seasonal update. Few little tweaks with the floor loot plates, adding a few more buy stations, and we are set for the rest of the year with seasonal updates to keep it fresh. Before I continue, I want to touch on that. This actually doesn't feel like an update.
It doesn't.
It actually feels like a brand new game.
It really does. Like the night before the game dropped, it felt like we was getting a brand new game. Like it really felt like we was getting a whole different COD. Like I couldn't sleep. I was like, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. After I got done ranking up my guns, I was like, I'm ready to play. Let's get this. Like it felt like like you said, a brand new game that was about to drop.
And that's crazy because we've had Warzone 2's vibe for the last 3 years. And now we're finally back to what made the game good in the first place. I feel like I'm kind of dreaming. There's so many different things that they changed that made it feel this way. From loot distribution, circle pacing, time to kill, there's a bunch of things that are different. Again, everybody seems to be having a blast. Diaz Biffle, who's one of my best friends, but I will say he's pretty pessimistic when it comes to Call of Duty. He even tweeted out, we are back. Second game on,
Lord.
and that man dropped a 51 kill.
God dang,
Listen,
Biffle.
man, I know I have 7 kills. I stopped mid-game to eat. Don't make fun of me. Even my man
Yeah, I
Kibbs
feel
tweeted
you.
out, one of the best releases in a long time. What a great day for the COD scene. Shout out Kibbs and FPS Hub, man. They got me a 5090 PC. I'm getting around like 300 to 400 frames. He didn't ask me to include this in the video, but I want to show love. That man's a GOAT. Their links will be in the description down below. So what exactly are people struggling with, and what are the gripes that these people do have that aren't enjoying it? First and foremost is time to kill. Bringing back up this tweet, a lot of people don't like that you die incredibly fast. Every gun has been buffed, so pretty much the time to kill is a lot quicker.
It
I
is.
will say that time to kill feels drastically different, and even I'm upset about this. But I understand the bigger picture. The more people playing the game, the
Yep.
better it is for Call of Duty.
Yep.
The more money they can put into the game and make the game better.
100%.
In his research, Dr. Morrison
And-
identified a paradox.
And like I said, the quicker the time to kill a little bit, it will be better for the casuals because the casuals has a fighting chance if they get the first hit.
And how do you get more players to play? You cater towards the casual audience. And I'm saying this as a streamer that does this as a full-time job. I would much rather them not cater to people like me or any other streamers or YouTubers. They should be catering to what makes the game better for everybody, not just a small group of people. That goes in the other hand as well. Look at Warzone 2. They catered to only casuals, and look how that happened. You have to find a good middle ground and find a balance to make the game
Yes.
fun. In response to that tweet by Saksu, my boy Lucci tweeted out and said, massive skill gap games don't retain an audience long term. That's just the harsh reality. You want people to care about the game enough to watch your streams, watch your videos, etc. Gotta let them be able to catch you slipping every now and then so they feel good. I know that sounds crazy, but it's kind of true. Call of Duty has never been the most competitive game. There's an insane amount of aim assist, no recoil. Call of Duty is literally made so that everybody can consume the product. Again, don't get me wrong. I don't think every single aspect of the game should be catered to casuals.
Right.
I'm more saying I think it should cater to everybody, not just one group of people. To kind of summarize time to kill, I do think it could be a tad bit slower, but right now it does seem pretty fast. But if this is the decision that they made to cater towards everybody, I get it. Now for the next one, let's talk about movement and the changes that they made there. When it comes to movement, I never really trust Activision to make the right decisions here. They always somehow tend to mess it up. But to my surprise, and I know this might be a controversial take, I don't really mind the movement nerf. And that's that I personally think movement is my strongest suit. I love movement. I think it's super fun.
I don't think it's that bad.
Right now, that
I mean, you can feel it, but I don't think it's really as bad as what I thought it would be. I thought they was going to nerf the movement down to the ground. Like, I literally thought that. Like, I thought it was about to be like slow motion MW2. Like, I really thought that.
Movement can be a bit crazy for the majority of the audience. To summarize what they've done in movement is they pretty much slowed it down just a hair. They've made it to where sliding isn't as crazy and strafing side to side isn't as crazy. And at first I thought this was going to be a horrible change, again, because I love movement. But honestly, to summarize it all, it feels like you're more grounded to the floor. One of the biggest complaints about Black Ops 6's movement is that the floor feels too slippery and waxy. You slide too much and that sometimes you feel like you're over sliding.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
I remember when the game first came out and people were like sliding off the map. I remember that. I remember when people were like sliding off the map, just like literally moving left to right and just like nonstop sliding. I remember that.
They balanced that to where it's not too crazy anymore and it feels the way it was intended to be. I know my movement demons are gonna hate me for that take and I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I do think it is balanced now. There's 2 to 3 big things that the majority of people are complaining about. First and foremost is plates. They made a lot of changes to plates that have affected the gameplay loop, so let's go over them. First and foremost, they made it OG, so where now your default plates are 5, and if you pick up a satchel, it's 8. That's the way it was in OG, but a week ago, it was 6 plates and then 12. So that's a big drastic difference between those. That wouldn't be that bad, right? But then they took it to where whenever you kill somebody, they drop 1 plate instead of 2 by default. So that's another nerf to plates. And then to top it all off, every single crate that you open now doesn't give you a plate. Before, you were guaranteed to plate every crate that you open, which made the plate economy a lot better. So these 3 things are what have contributed to the plates being bad and why a lot of people have complained about on the TL everywhere that there's not enough plates on the map. I think a tweak to 1 or 2 of these things could make the game feel a lot better. And Raven continues to cook and they
This is where I say they are listening.
Tweeted out this. Thank you all for dropping into Verdansk in our Season 3 Call of Duty Warzone update. We're thrilled to see everyone having such a great time so far. We've collected a massive amount of launch feedback and the team is already on it, including the distribution of armor plates. More info to come next week. In the meantime, keep the feedback coming. Whenever Activision says keep the feedback coming, I never really feel like they listen, but recently it does feel like they have been cooking. So I'm going to give them praise when praise is due. Now the next thing that people are upset about is economy itself, money. A lot of people are saying there's not a lot of money out in the game. A week ago in Warzone, every single crate had money and there was a bunch of different ways for you to get money. Iceman Isaac tweeted out this to Raven and gave his suggestions on what he thinks could be improved. And then he also said at the very bottom said $250 guaranteed in crates. My GOAT, Lucky Chamu, tweeted out his top 5 changes in addition to the big map to make it a 10 out of 10. More plates, more money, more buy stations, and be able to buy your guns. Again, a common thing is more money.
I don't like the
on ESPN with Spectrum. Watch the best team.
Now,
I don't like to buy your guns. I don't think you should be able to buy your guns. I'm not a bit. I have no problem with that, but I think that where you can't buy your guns. I think where you can't buy your guns is a lot better, in my opinion. I really believe that. I think not being able to buy your guns is amazing. Because you got to wait for your loadout. Everyone's on ground loot. Everyone is on an even playing field. But I can also see the other side of it where you drop down, get your gun, and then you go get. Oh, I mean, let's be all the way honest. You drop down, you get your gunfighter class, then get a loadout, then you have a gunfighter class, and then you got your other gunfighter class. So you got 2 gunfighter classes. Now you got to pick and choose. Do I pick gunfighter or do I pick my overkill class? I think that makes the game a little bit more strategic in that aspect.
I'm a little bit split on this one, I'm not going to lie. On one hand, I do see the reasoning behind it on why they reduced money. They want to make things more valuable. They want to make your life mean something. They don't want to give you everything off rip like it was in the current Warzone. But at the same time, I hate running around with ground loot, given that the ground loot isn't the greatest as well. And having your loadout really does give you a big advantage. But the reason why I tend to think it's not as big of an issue as a lot of people are saying, and I think they just need to give it time, is because now contracts give you a lot of money. And the more contracts you do, the more they multiply in money. I think people just need to realize they have to.
Well, it does give you a lot more money, but also the multiplier isn't really working right now.
Play the game differently. Spawn in, get a contract, go and fry out. Your money is going to be there if you just keep getting contracts. That's why I don't think it's that big of an issue. If they decide to tweak it, I don't think they should tweak it that much. Give people maybe a week or two of playing the game and then tweak things like that. For example, I'm gonna bring up this tweet again. Diaz Biffle dropping 51 kills. The entire time during this game, Diaz was making sure that we always had contracts. That was making it so where we always had money, which means a bunch of advanced UAVs, which means that Diaz could then get more kills. The gameplay loop is just different now. It is slower, but not necessarily to a fault.
What did I say in the previous video? I said now you value contracts. You have to have contracts. Either a bounty, some type of contract to make sure that you're in the loop of things. The strat will always be, and it has been forever, bounty, get a kill, get money, UAV, bounty, get kills, UAV, money. Like it's in those orders where you get a bounty, you go get your UAV to figure out where they're at. Then on that, you get the kill. Then after you get the kill, you get the money. Then guess what? You go get another bounty. You go get another UAV. And you can say UAV, bounty, kill, money, whatever. You can say whatever you want. But the contracts are so important in this game right now.
In my opinion, the way the game feels has just changed dramatically, I feel like. And in my opinion, for the better.
Yes.
A couple things. No balloons. This makes it to where you're not getting flown on randomly and you could take your time and actually take engagements and fight people without worrying about people flying on your head. Now you only have your gulag and your buybacks, as opposed to what it was before where you had infinite ways to get brought back. This makes it to where your life means something, and honestly, it feels way different. When I'm solo squatting, I actually have to sit down and lock it in. As opposed to before, I would play mindlessly and I wouldn't really care. 150 players, that also makes a drastic difference. More players on the map means there's more places for them to hide. Being the first out of 120 players is definitely different than being first out of 150 players. So the stakes have been raised. Again, it feels like a BR. And then lastly, there's no ways to buy your guns anymore. So economy is very important, which means that contracts are important.
Yes.
I'll say for BR, I like this change. When it comes to Resurgence, I will agree that I don't think you shouldn't be able to buy your guns in Resurgence, because Resurgence is kind of just, hey, let me get in there, brainlessly go and shoot my gun.
100%.
I asked a couple of the homies what they thought about the game. Diaz said it was an 8 out of 10, Krink said 8 out of 10, and Adrian said 8 out of 10. Now, in my opinion, I'm gonna give this game a solid 8 out of 10 as well. Right now, the two biggest things that I complain about is plates and dying too fast. Again, the dying too fast, I get why they're doing it. I just have to deal with it. And the plates, it's getting addressed. I have not died to a single hacker, which is honestly awesome. We'll see how long that
crazy
lasts. And footsteps feel pretty good. Those are all things that I previously did not like about the game. So here's to hoping that Raven Software and Activision can continue to cook and continue to push good updates. Keep giving us good content, keep giving us cool things to do, and I promise you the player base will be happy.
I love it. I love it. He pretty much, not word for word, but he pretty much has said everything that I have said in my previous video. Like, he has literally said that, and I love it. That's amazing. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Like, I'm happy to hear shit like that. Hold up, what the hell's wrong? Like, it's good. Like, it is really, really good for once. All right, hold up, y'all. Let me see something here real quick. No, we all knew that was going to happen. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. Let me see something real quick. I just want. Oh, we playing? We just got done doing all of our content. I've been doing all. What are you doing, Crystal? We just got done doing all of my content for for the past couple days. I did a YouTube video. I did a reaction to you. I did a reaction video that's coming out tomorrow. Just did a reaction to another streamer, Repulse Talking. So yeah, we've been vibing. Like, it's a vibey thing right now. What you doing? How's your night? How's your day? How's your day? How's your day? Oh yeah, I've been busy. Like, I'm like, when I say that my ass is putting out so much content, I am putting out content. Like yesterday we had the settings video. Tomorrow we're gonna have my thoughts. Like I'm trying to put out 3 videos a week, 3 full-length YouTube videos a week. That's the goal. Yeah, we've been on a vibe. Hold up. But I love it. Like I'm. So what you been up to, Crystal? What you do? What you been doing today? What you been up to? All right, I need to see something here. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my, that's not good. Somebody must be got beat up. Somebody got beat up. Oh my. Somebody about to get beat up. That's scary. Yeah. Yup. Okay, so all right, so we have 2. Damn. Okay. Let me ask you this though. So, okay, you need a dog sitter. What about like one of those doggy hotels? It was supposed to be at 2 p.m., but we mixed up the appointments, so she just straight up was like, "Fuck you." Damn. There's like none out here. It's ridiculous. See, that was the problem with Sophie. I'd never had any there was no like pet hotels. And so Luckily, like my parents live close, so we just did that. One of our dogs doesn't get along with many other dogs, so we like for them to.
Thank you, my friend.
Gifted, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Like, yeah, she hasn't hurt anyone or any of the animals, but you never did. Yeah, no, see, that's the thing with Sophie. Sophie gets, if Sophie knows the dog, she'll be okay. If she doesn't, it's kind of like, I don't know about that one. Oh, I mean, it's gonna work out. Like, it's gonna work out. Like, you'll be fine. Let me see where it's at. Oh, 100%. Totally agree with that. I'm trying to see here. Let me get this for my peoples real quick. If I is this it right here?
Brought to you by Rogue.
Brought to you by Rogue. I'm trying, but it's been stressful. I'm over here mentally. Oh, it's gonna work out. Trust me, it's gonna work out. You got this. Trust me, because at the end of the day, it's gonna work out. You're gonna find somebody. Well, when do y'all leave? What was it? Trying to find this thing for my big dog. Oh, your first trip's this weekend? And oh Lord, the cruise! Are you ready for the cruise? Where y'all going for the cruise? Man. Ooh, nice. Nice. Is it? That's a W right there. Hold up. All right, this is where it's at. Hold on. Okay, I'll see you in a second. What is it called? All right, hold up. I gotta send this to my dog real quick. I can't stand this song. There it is. Okay, let me see something real quick. Trying to help my people out. He said, I think he's gonna start streaming on TikTok. I'm gonna help my dog out. That shit, my bad, my bad. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. I hope he does. I'd like to see him stream on TikTok. All right, let's see something real quick, y'all. Let me see if I can do this real quick. All right, I'm trying to find this thing real quick. Hold up. I can't find. Trying to find this clip. Can't find this clip at anywhere. I can't find this damn this video. Where's this video at, y'all? All right. Let me see something real quick. All right, give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I'm back. Hurt me. Let's go. All right. So. Hey, thank you, Avon. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Oh, this is the part that I hate. It goes. I gotta go to work tonight. I don't want to go to work. Yeah, I gotta go to work. An hour and a half. So, here's what I'm gonna do. Not a popular decision by me, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna hop off. I will be back tomorrow night at 7? Maybe earlier than that. But I got to get ready for work. I got to go take a shower. I got to go get Sophie together. Hell of a stream, guys. Hell of a stream. Thank y'all so much. Crystal, thank you so much. King, thank you all so much. Alana Haven, thank y'all so much. I actually have to get ready for work. One day I won't have to work and I can be a full-time streamer. That'd be nice. But, guys, I'm off here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Well, guess what, Crystal? One day when I don't have to go to work, that'd be great. Hey, thank you for the bumblebee. One day when I don't have to work and I can just spend like 12 hours on stream, I would do it. Trust me, I sure as hell will do it. But yeah, love y'all so much, guys. Thank y'all for everything. I will actually be back tomorrow at 7. Yeah, probably like 7, 8ish. We're gonna do night streams tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do a night stream. We're gonna go all night. I've got like 20 ghosts in my refrigerator, so we're gonna go all night tomorrow night. All gameplay. Today was kind of just like getting my content done, just getting feedback from the community and stuff like that. So it was good to see that. So yeah, I'm off. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.